Open. Okay, record is there.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, Naimisha, you can start with the opening prayers.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuruन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति सुपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपथकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण माता जी
Hare Krishna, Naimisha. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Okay, we're going to start the class. Okay. So, before we start the class, what did we do the week before this? I know that last week we didn't have a class. So, what was the story that we discussed last week? Last to last week. What were some of the stories we discussed? No one remembers? Vanshi, Rishank. No, last to last week.
I have to try remembering it.
I'll show you some of the things. Hope you can remember. We saw about the three birds of Lord Vishnu.
The three birds of Sutapa and Prishni.
Yeah, correct. And then we saw about one of the avatars. What was it? Which avatar?
Vaman.
Correct. We saw about Vamanadev and his and about Bali Maharaj, right?
Yes.
His past life. And how did he end up in Sutala? Yeah?
Yes.
In Sutala planet.
Mataji, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So in previous birth, what did who was Sukadev Goswami?
Parrot.
All of you can
Parrot
unmute.
of Radharani, it was Sukha.
Sukha, correct. Yeah. Okay. So he was the parrot of Radharani. Okay. Now, how many years did Sukadev Goswami stay in Madhapur?
16 years.
16 years. Correct. Good. So he stayed in. What was the name of Vyasa Maharshi's wife?
Vatika.
Correct. Vatika. Very good. And what were the three past lives of Devaki and Vasudeva?
Sutapa, Prishni, Aditi, Kashyapa and Aditi, Vasudeva and Devaki.
Okay. What were their, like Lord was born with what name? In the first avatar, he was born as?
Prishni Garbha.
Yeah. And then the second one?
Vamana.
Correct. And the third one?
Krishna.
Good. Naimisha, I don't think I can see your video. Is it turned on?
No, Mataji, I'm drinking milk now.
Okay, no worries. Okay, now next. What does Lord Vishnu carry in his four arms?
Shankha, Chakra, Gada,
Gada,
Padma.
Gada, Padma, yeah, Hasta. Okay. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Hasta. Okay. So 4 things he carries. Others also can answer. Krishank, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Vanshi has also joined us. Hare Krishna. Okay, now what are the 3 things Vamana carries?
A kamandalu, an umbrella, and a stick.
Okay, Kamandalu, stick,
Umbrella.
and umbrella. Correct. Yeah, all of you can see, right?
Yes.
Kamandalu, stick, and an umbrella. Correct. Now let us begin today's story. We do not have all the characters are pretty much familiar, so we will just go with the story. Yeah. But before story, now we saw the avatars, right? Now Vamana Dev and all come under what kind of avatara?
Dwarf.
No, they come under Dasavatara, right? 10
Dashavatara,
avatars.
yes.
And Dashavatara is taken because of why does Lord take Dashavatar?
To protect the devotees.
Correct. So we have the shloka, right? Paritranaya sadhuna.
Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha chiskritam dharma samsthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge.
So what does it mean? Paritranaya sadhuna. Okay, first is for his devotees, he ascends to earth. Okay. Vinashaya cha dushkritam. Second is to destroy the devotees pestering the devotees. Okay, so he kills the demons who are pestering the devotees. Vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya. And then he
came to
establish
put
dharma.
dharma down and make dharma high.
Yeah, so he comes to re-establish the principles of dharma. Okay, that's why he also recited the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Okay, and he does this yuge. Every yuga he keeps reincarnating himself. Okay, now in this there are different types of avatars. Dashavatara is just one of the categories. Okay, but there are 6 types of avatars. Does anyone know any kind of avatara? The 6 types. Can you name any one type?
Parshuram.
No, that is the part of Dashavatar. Yeah, Dashavatar itself comes under category of the 6 types of avatars.
Trivikram.
So what happens is this is a bit difficult concept, but it is very important. Okay, it is very important in Bhagavatam. So we are going to discuss the first is called Purusha Avatara. Okay, Purusha Avatara we already saw in the first class. Okay, which is 3 types of Vishnus. Who are they?
Garbhodak Sai Vishnu, Kshirodak Sai Vishnu, and Karmodak Sai Vishnu.
Yeah. So Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksai Vishnu, and Kshirodaksai Vishnu. Okay. So these are 3 types of Vishnus. So these are called the Purusha avatars of Lord. Okay. So we have to remember among the 6, the first category is called Purusha avatars. Okay. Now next comes Leela avatars. Okay. Dashavatara comes under Leela avatara. Okay. So what are Leela avatars? Okay. When Brahma one day comes, okay, there are 25 Leela avatars. Okay, so you see all of these pictures. How many can you identify in this picture? Number, like how many avatars can you identify from this picture? Out of 25 Leela avatars,
3.
how many? Okay, Naimisha can identify 3. What about Vanshi?
1.
3,
I can
okay.
identify 4. 5.
You?
I can identify 3.
3. Okay.
7.
Anyone? Okay, let's just go through fast. Okay, the first we can see the 4 Kumaras, right?
Yes, 4
Sanaka,
Kumaras.
Sanandana, Sanatana, and Sanat Kumara. Okay. The next one is Narada Muni.
Yes.
The third one is Varaha.
Varaha.
The fourth one is Matsya.
Matsya.
Fifth one is Fifth one. Kapila.
Kapila.
And then comes
Narayana Rishi.
this one is. Okay, we'll make it easy for you. 1 second, okay? Who is this one? Kripacharya.
Huh?
Kripacharya. And then Dattatreya.
Dattatreya.
And then
Hayagriva.
Hayagriva. And then Swan was
Hamsavatar.
correct. This one is
Krishni Garbha.
Krishni Garbha, right? This is
Rishabhadev.
Correct. Perfect. This is
Pritu Maharaj.
Ritu Maharaj. And then comes
Narsingadev.
Superb. And then I think the picture is not clear. Okay, we'll leave this.
Yeah.
Next one is
Dhanvantri.
Dhanvantri. And then comes
Mohini Murthy.
Mohini. Correct. And then
Vamana.
Vaman. And then
Parshuram.
Parshuram. Correct. And then
Balaram.
Rama. Yeah, correct. Rama. And then comes Vyasa. Vedavyas.
Vyasa.
And then
Balram.
Superb. And then
Krishna.
Yeah. Next is
Kalki.
you guys almost got everything right. Okay, so not 4. You identified out of 25 easily 20. Yeah, you only missed 1 or 2 sages here and there. Okay, so these are called Leela avatars, and there are totally 25 Leela avatars. Okay, how many? 25. 25, correct. So first one, what is the first avatar called? Purusha avatar. Second one are called Leela avatars. Correct. So Leela avatars has how many avatars?
25 Leela avatars.
Correct. And then the Purusha avatars have
3.
3. Correct. Now we are going to move into Guna. Guna avatars
Guna,
have
I know.
Sattva, Rajas, and Tamasic Guna. Okay. For mode of goodness, it is Lord Vishnu.
Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva.
And then for Rajo Guna, it is Lord Brahma. And for Tamasic Guna, it is Lord Shiva. Okay. So it is how the creation, maintainer,
And destruction.
yeah, exactly. So these are called. Please mute yourself. Who was it? Vishal, do you have any? Yeah, Sahasra, I think, right?
Ma'am, this girl is new to the class.
Hello?
This girl is new to the class.
Sahasra, you're new to the class? Please, if anyone wants to add or something, please do it towards the end of the class. Let's just keep it for discussions right now. Okay? Okay. Now we have gone through the 3 Guna avatars. Okay, Guna avatars are 3. Okay, now next one is called Manvantara. Okay, what is a Manvantara?
A mantra is
Okay, first, before Manvantara, what is a Yuga? Yuga means we have how many Yugas? 4 Yugas, right?
4 yugas.
Yeah, 4 Yugas together are called one Mahayuga.
Mahayuga.
Correct, right? So 1 Mahayuga is equal to
71
Manvantaras. So 71 Mahayugas is equal to 1 Manvantara.
mantra. Okay.
So basically, this kind of avatars will come once in 1 Manvantara, which is 71 Mahayugas. Okay, so these kind of avatars are basically named like Yajna, Yaga, these kind of sacrifices, right? So they are named according to that. And also the Manus, how many Manus are there totally? 14 Manus are there.
14 manus.
Correct. So they also come in 1 Manvantara. Okay, so 14 Manus come in order wise. Who is the current Manu for us? Which Manu is ruling? Vaivasvata. Correct. Vaivasvata Manu. Okay, so he is the one who is our Yuga Manu. Yeah, so our Manvantara, he is the Adipati. Okay, so they also take Indra Adipatyam. Okay, so later on, they also go and take Indra's post. So these are some of the unlimited numbers. Okay, but these are just few of them. So till now, how many did we discuss? 4 avatars, right?
4.
First is Purusha Avatar.
Leela avatar.
Guna Avatar.
Avatar.
Manvantara Avatar. Superb. Now we have how many left? We have 2 more left. Okay, we have 6 types. Okay, in that we have 4 we discussed. Now we have 2 more left. Now next is called Yuga Avatar. Now I will ask you. Now I'll ask you a question. What is the difference between Leela Avatara and Yuga Avatara? Now every Yuga, Lord Rama comes, right?
Yes.
Lord Krishna comes. Then even their names are included. But why does Dasavatara come into Leela Avatara?
They are meant for some leelas.
They are meant for some leelas.
Correct. That is one of the reason. And any other reason why they don't come under Yuga avatars? Basically, 4 Yuga represents 4 colors. Okay.
Colors.
The first Yuga represents white, which
White.
is who comes? Sukala. Basically, Kapila
Sukala.
comes in the Satya Yuga. He reflects white. Okay. And
Hmm.
then comes red color in Treta Yuga.
Vamana.
Yes, correct. And then
Vamana.
dark blue in Dwapara Yuga, which is called
Krishna.
Shayan, Lord Krishna. And the fourth one is
Chaitanya.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
he is in golden color.
Chaitanya
Yellowish golden.
Mahaprabhu.
Correct. Yeah. So he's in very dark, like very yellowish, almost golden shade color. So the
Yeah.
4 colors we always have to remember. Okay, the Lord takes birth in these 4 colors, which is white, red, dark blue, black, or yellow. Okay, and yellow. Sorry. Okay, 4. So they come under Yuga avatars. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Now the final one is, it's a bit, the word might be
Satyavesha
difficult.
avatar.
Shaktavesha avatars. Shaktavesha is divided into 2. First is called Shaktavesha and it's called Avesha. Shaktavesha means direct incarnation. Avesha means indirect incarnation. For example, Anantasesh is there, right? He maintains the universe along with Lord Vishnu in Garbhodaksai, okay? Which is the ocean of, what ocean does Garbhodaksai Vishnu live in? He resides.
Ocean of milk.
Ocean of milk.
Ocean of
Ocean
milk.
of milk. Yeah, Vishwadit, you're right. So he resides in ocean of milk, okay? So for him, Ananta Sesh is a direct, okay? He is a Shaktavesha. But Avesha, the others, like, the 4 Kumaras, okay? Narada, Ritu Maharaj, and then Buddha.
Ram.
Yeah, so all of them, they come under indirect. Why are they indirect avatars of Lord? Sorry, why are they indirect avatars of Lord? Why are they not direct?
They are empowered to do some work.
They are empowered to do some work.
Correct. Even Rama comes under this category. I'll tell you why. Okay, they do not have 100% Vishnu Tattva. Okay,
Yes.
only Lord Krishna is God Himself. Okay, rest everyone have a particular amount of Vishnu Tattva present in them. For example, Rama, when the kheer was made, you all know, right, Lord Rama, how he was born. When the
Yes.
kheer was made, all the 3 wives of Dasharatha Maharaj split it, right? So it was split
Yes.
with Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna. So the Vishnu Tattva was split, right? So no one is 100% Lord Vishnu himself, right? So
Yes.
hence they're indirect. They are not direct because they do not have that 100% potency. Got it? But they are still
Yes.
considered very powerful. Okay, they're still God incarnations. We're not supposed to split them, but just for the Shaktavesha, they are called indirect. Okay, clear?
Clear.
Now
Yeah.
the avatars are classified in how many types?
6.
All of you, Vanshi,
6.
Vishank, 6, correct. Everyone should answer. Vishank, how many like avatars are classified into how many types?
6.
6, good. And then can you name all the 6 avatars? The name of the 6 types.
Satyavesha avatar, Purusha avatar, Leela avatar, Guna avatar, Manvantara avatar, Yuga avatar,
Correct. So it is, first one is Purusha avatar.
Purusha
Okay.
avatar. Next
Second one is
Leela avatar,
Leela avatar. Third one is Guna avatar.
Guna avatar,
And then Manvantara avatar. And then
Yuga avatar,
Yuga avatar. And then
Satyavesha avatar,
Shaktavesha avatar. And that is split into 2, which is Shaktavesha avatar and
and
Avesha.
Avesha avatar.
Perfect. And now, what about the Dashavatara? Which category does it come under?
Leela avatar.
Correct. It comes under Leela avatar. Okay, good. All clear? All understood? Any doubts?
No.
Now, why should we know that there are 6 types of avatars? Now, Dashavatara is enough, right? What is the purpose of us knowing the 6 types of avatars? It's because, see, Lord is not just only Dashavatara, right? This is something we famously hear around, because Veda Vyasa had mostly written about like Vaivasvata Manu time. right? This Manvantara only he has explained and written all the stories around. But he has not mentioned a lot about the previous Manus and everything. Okay. So we have limited knowledge about avatara. There's an avatara called Vaikuntha avatar. There's an avatara called Yagna avatar. Okay. So all of these we just know the names, but we do not know in-depth story about them. But it is good to know because Lord comes in so many forms and shapes. Okay. For example, how many Leela avatars are there?
25.
Correct. So like so when we are trying to identify, right, we couldn't get few things right, because they're not like we wouldn't have thought either they were incarnations or not, but they are. Even Bhagavatam, the book, even that is the it also comes from Lord Krishna, so it is also considered an avatar. Okay, you understand? Right? Grandha avatar, right? Naimisha is right. It is called a Grandha avatar. Yeah, so God Himself, Krishna Himself. When you read Bhagavatam, you can see Krishna in it. Okay, you can see all his pastimes, his stories, and it is the most nectarian of all scriptures. Okay, so all clear, no? Till here, anyone has any
Yes.
doubts? Or
No,
can we
Mataji.
proceed?
No, Mataji.
Proceed. Good. So now we are going to hear the story of great devotees. Okay, from today, all the classes for the next two to three classes, we'll talk about great devotees of Lord Vishnu, Krishna, Rama, all of them. Okay. Now, first, name few well-known devotees of Lord Vishnu or Krishna Yuga-wise. Okay. So we will start with Satya Yuga.
Yuga. Kapila Dev.
Satya Yuga, who were one of the most
Kapila Dev.
famous. Kapila Dev. Okay. Everyone can participate. All of you, please answer. Yeah, it will be very interactive. Anyone else? That's it. And Satya Yuga, you only got Kapila Dev. No one else. Think hard. Anyone else?
Kardama Muni.
Famous ones. Like I want like famous names. Even they are famous, correct?
Dhruva Maharaj.
Correct. Dhruva Maharaj is a good answer. Very good answer. And come on, Vanshi, Vrishank, Sahasra, Vishwajit. All of you can just try. Okay, for Satya Yuga, I will give the answer. Okay, but for other yugas, you have to answer. Okay. So Satya Yuga, 1 second. I don't think the pictures are. Can you see the picture?
No.
Just a second.
Mataji Prahlad Maharaj.
Yeah, correct. Prahlad Maharaj. Correct.
Prahlad Maharaj.
Anyone else? Gajendra.
Gajendra.
Gajendra. See, they all are great devotees. Okay, now let's move into Treta Yuga.
Vaman Dev.
Vamadev is not a devotee. He's God.
Okay.
Who was devotee?
Mataji
Treta Yuga.
Hanuman.
Correct. First Hanuman.
Bali Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj, yes. And
Prithu Maharaj.
Ritu Maharaj, correct. From Ramayana, there are so many devotees, right? There are like hundreds of devotees, right? From Ramayana. So one is Hanuman. And then
Maharaj.
Another one is
Jambavan, correct. And then
Nila.
Hanuman.
Hanuman, yes. What about Ravana's brother?
Vibhishan.
Correct. Vibhishan. Okay. And who else? There's one more. There's an old lady who waited for Lord Rama.
Shabari. Shabari.
She is one of the most correct. Shabari. Okay. Jatayu also. Okay.
And
there are so many devotees.
name I forgot.
Even Veda Vyasa. Okay. He was born in the almost starting of Dwapar Yuga. Okay. Around that time. So we have these examples. What about Dwapar Yuga now? Who are the devotees of Dwapar Yuga?
Sudam.
Okay. Sudama is a mix, okay, of rasas. He has friendship and he has dasya, but he has friendship more. So Sudama is a devotee, okay, but we have a person who is fully into devotee form, 100% devotee. Dwapar Yuga, who were devotees?
Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit.
Yes. And End of Dwapar Yuga, start of Kali Yuga. Yeah, we can also consider Parikshit Maharaj. Yes, correct. Who else? Arjun, correct. Arjun, correct. Who else?
Pandavas.
Pandavas, Panch
Bhishma
Pandavas.
Dev.
Bhishma Dev, yeah. Anyone who is more specific?
Yudhishthir.
Yudhishthir, okay. Okay, Panch Pandavas, they come under Pandavas. Okay, Arjuna, Yudhishthir, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadev. What about the mother of the Pandavas?
Draupadi.
Pandavas' mother, not wife. Draupadi,
Kunti.
yes, correct. So Kunti and
Draupadi.
Draupadi are one of the greatest devotees. Okay, and then Krishna's best friend, one of Krishna's good friends and advisor.
Uddhava.
Uddhava. Yeah, Naimisha, you're perfect. So Uddhava, Kunti, okay. Rukmini, you know Rukmini? She's also very,
Yeah.
she's there are beautiful stories about Rukmini, okay?
Satyabhama.
Yeah, correct. Satyabhama, but among all the wives, Rukmini is the greatest devotee. Okay? Radharani is also devotee. Okay, now in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is difficult. Now in Kali Yuga, it's present, right? Who are devotees of Kali Yuga?
Mataji Radharani.
Radharani is for Dwapar Yuga. It's done. Now we are in Kali Yuga.
Srila Prabhupada.
Correct. Srila Prabhupada is fourth. First, second, third.
Second, third.
Nityananda Prabhu.
Nityananda Prabhu.
Yeah. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, all the Gaura Nitai. Okay. So all of them come under third place.
Bhakti
Vinod Thakur.
So all the acharyas. Okay, done. Now who is number one?
Number one.
Mirabai is also there, right?
Yeah.
All of you know about Mirabai?
No, Mataji.
Yes.
He's one of the most excellated devotee of Lord Krishna, especially. Okay,
Mirabai.
Mirabai. Okay, she is. We'll also discuss her story. I thought all of you knew, so I did include in this class. But next class I'll include Mirabai's story. Okay, because she's not mentioned in Bhagavatam. Let's not talk too much about it. Okay, let's just talk about other devotees. Okay, so what we will do every class, we will take from each yuga about the devotee. We will talk about them. Okay. So now the first story we're going to listen is about
Boon of Kunti.
the boon of Kunti. Okay, now in the picture, can you identify what the image is about? No?
Next version.
You all can take your parents' help and also answer. From the picture, can you identify?
Surya Dev.
Suryadev.
Surya Dev giving a boon to Kunti Maharani.
Perfect. Super.
Giving
Very
a
good.
child.
Yeah,
Giving
okay,
a
so now
child.
we'll start this story. Okay,
Durvasa
of Kunti
Muni.
Maharani.
Okay.
So, the king called Kunti Boja. Okay, he wanted a child for a very, very, very long time. Okay. So then his cousin, okay, he's called Kularaja. Okay.
Can
So
you
he,
repeat that again, Mataji?
the king called Kunti Boja. Okay, he wanted a child. Okay, but he couldn't, get a child. So he adopted a child from his cousin called Suraj. Suraj. Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
And then what happens when he got the baby? Okay, they named the baby called Prita. Okay, Prita was the name of the adopted child from who? Suraj. Who adopted the baby?
Kunti Boja.
Correct. And then as he was called Kunti Boja, he named the child as
Kunti.
Kunti.
Right. So Kunti was not the actual daughter of Kunti Boja. She was the adopted daughter of Kunti Boja. So now what happens is this little girl, she was showered with the most loving care. Okay, because she was very, very precious. At the same time, she also fulfilled a lot of duties and help around the household, for her mother and her father. So one day she also likes serving the guests who come to the palace. Okay. So in this way, she wanted to serve a Muni who had come. And who was that Muni?
Durvasa Muni.
Correct. So Durvasa Muni had come. And Durvasa Muni is considered a bit, he gives a lot of... what does
Every
Durvasa Muni do?
person. He reflects more anger.
Exactly. So he is very tamasic person. Okay. For everything he gets very angry. He gets angry very quickly. So to please him, they
With
appoint
Ambrish
Kunti.
Maharaj also, he did the same thing.
Correct. You're right. So what happens in this case? Okay, let's just come to this particular story. Okay. So what happens because of his character? Okay, everyone got very scared. Now he's coming, and we have to like accept right him as a guest.
Yes.
So now what happens is everyone is scared, and they were like, okay, we'll appoint Kunti to take care of Durvasa Muni. Okay, so and then even she kept the uttermost perfect care of Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni was so happy that he asked, "What do you want? What do you wish for?" And then he granted her a wish, saying that whoever you think of the god or someone, okay, you can beget a child with their qualities. You understand, right? If she thinks about example Surya Dev, so she can beget a child with his qualities and his powers. Okay, so she can beget a child. This was the power of Kunti. Now what happened? Kunti, she was very young at this point. Okay, she was around like 12 years or something, even younger than this. So now, although she was very young, she was like, okay, I want to test the kind of powers I have got. I don't know what this is used for. So once she just calmly sits in a big chair, you can see the picture, right? And she starts wishing. She's like, oh my God, the sun is so beautiful. I hope, I can see him. What happens? Surya Dev comes and stands in front of her. And then she will be like, oh, I just wanted to test the curse, I just wanted to test the boon. Hence, I had, chanted the mantra for you to come and appear in front of me. Now, what happens? Surya Dev will be like, you have chanted the mantra. So once you have chanted the mantra, okay, you have to ask for a wish. There is no way I can go without. 1 second. So there is no way I can go without granting you a wish. So now what happens is now she's forced. What is she forced to do? She's forced to take a child from Surya Bhagwan. And how does she take the child? She takes, the child is born out of her ears, from Kunti's ears, because these are not natural children, okay? They are very great children born for great gods. So now what happens? What is the name of the child who is born for Kunti and Surya Dev?
I don't know.
Karna.
Karna.
Karna. Can you see the picture over here?
Yes.
This is Karna, okay? And you can see a golden armor on Karna, right?
Yes.
It is called what?
Surya Kavach.
Surya Kavach. Anything else? Any other name? Sahasra Kavach, actually. Okay? So there is a name. There is actually a story behind this. But before we go into that backstory, let me complete Kunti. Now, Kunti was very young, okay? And she's not married yet, right? And now she has a baby. Now, what happens to like her father? And she really, really loves her father, Kunti Boja, a lot. And she doesn't want to get any kind of infamy to him. So what happens in this situation is that she will try to put Karna in a basket filled with gold, and she will leave him in the river because she's not married, right? So it is not a right thing to beget a child before marriage. So hence she had to send Karna off. So she put him in where? She put him in the river with a chest full of gold. Okay, and he was shining with his golden armor. Okay, who was shining?
Karuna.
Karna, correct. Now let's talk a bit about Karna's past life. Okay, why we need to know about Karna's past life is because it is related to the armor he's wearing. Okay, so how did he get this armor? What was he? Okay, so Karna in the previous life he got a boon from the sun god. Okay, he got a boon from the sun god because he did a lot of tapasya. Okay, and what was his boon? He had Swarna Kavach. Okay. He had 1,000 kavach. He had 1,000 armors on his body. Yeah. What is it called?
Shatakarna.
Yeah, Shatakarna. Good. So now what happens is in this life he was so powerful that any demigod or like all the both even for asuras and for the the demigods, he was too powerful. Okay, to even defeat. If someone tries to break the kavach, they will die actually. Yeah. So in this case, all the devatas they go and again they request to Lord Brahma. And then what happens? The appearance of which gods appear to destroy him?
Narayana.
Narayana.
Naranarayana.
Narayana.
Naranarayana. Who? Naranarayana. Who or who? Nara is who?
Nara is
Arjuna and Dwapara Yuga. Okay. And Narayana is Krishna. Okay. So
Krishna.
they two appear. Okay. So they look something like this. Okay. They have 4 arms. They're very vibrant. They look like sages. Okay. But the point was, even they did not have the power to actually defeat him. Okay. They didn't have the power. So what did they do? They took turns, okay, to meditate. So, for example, first Nara was meditating. So Narayana was attacking. Okay. And then Narayana was meditating and Nara was attacking. You understood, right? So like this, slowly with the meditation, and who did they meditate to? They meditated to Lord Shiva. Okay. So they did this and they started breaking all the kavach one by one, one by one, one by one. But what happened was in the fast forward, like lastly, he realizes, okay, Karna in his past life, he realizes that, oh my God, they already broke 999 armors of mine. Now, if they break one more, then I will die. Okay, so he goes and he takes shelter of who? He goes and he asks for, like, to help to Surya Bhagwan. Okay, he goes, he runs and he asks, as he got the boon from him. Surya Bhagwan will be like, you will be born as my son in the next yuga, and the same Naranarayana will kill you. Okay, but this life I am saving you. The same Surya Bhagwan will request Naranarayana to excuse him for this one life. This is how the past life of Karna was. Okay, so what happens in this life? Now, what happens to this golden armor of Karna? I think we all know that Karna has Arjuna killed Karna, right? In the battlefield of Kurukshetra. But he has the kavach, right? How did he kill?
He gave it to Indra.
He gave it to Indra.
Why did Indra come and ask? Why did Indra come and ask Karna? And why did Karna give it to Indra? So what happens is Lord Krishna, okay, he goes to Indra and he'll be like, Karna is what? Anyone goes and asks him anything, he will give him that. You understand, right? He's considered the biggest person. Even if you ask him his land, he will give. Okay, he's such a great person. So you go and you ask, okay, you're Indra, okay, you're the lord of what? Of Indraloka, which is, yeah, exactly. You go and ask him, okay, so humbly that he will not, he will not disagree with you. So Krishna creates such a situation that Indra goes and humbly he asks Karna, for my protection, can you give me your last kavach? Because Karna knows about his past life, okay? And Karna happily gives it. So this led to Karna's defeat in Mahabharata Yudh, okay? So this is Karna's past life, and Karna is the first son of Kunti. Okay, we all have to remember. He's the first son. Though they are only Pancha Pandavas, okay, because they're Pancha Pandavas because they were sons of Pandu. Okay, but like Karna was the first son of Kunti. Okay, do you all know like Bhima was born to which god?
Bhima was born to which god?
Vayu.
Vayu.
Vayu, correct. Arjuna?
Arjuna. Indra.
Indra, correct. And then Yudhishthir?
Dharmaraj.
Who is Dharmaraj?
Yama.
Yama Dharmaraj, correct.
Yama
Yeah,
Dharmaraj.
correct. So all of them the sons of some kind of demigods, okay, like Surya, Varuna, and then Indra and Yama Dharmaraj.
Vayu.
Yeah. So there are 4. Now we will come to know why were they born to these demigods, okay? So first, now Kunti marries who?
Pandu.
Who is Pandu?
The king of Pandavas. The father of Pandavas.
The father of Pandavas and the king of
King of Hastinapur.
Hastinapur, right? And who was Pandu's big brother? Dhritarashtra, correct. So Dhritarashtra was Pandu's elder brother. Now, why did the throne go to Dhritarashtra? Why did Pandu get the throne being a brother? Why?
Blind.
He was blind. Dhritarashtra was blind.
Yeah, because he had a disability.
He was first only born blind.
Correct. So he had a disability, okay, which made him not qualified to take the position of a king. Okay, so because of that, the father of them decided to give the throne to Pandu, okay, who was the younger brother of Dhritarashtra. And Dhritarashtra was always jealous about this fact, okay. So what led to Dhritarashtra taking over Pandu is what we're going to discuss in this story, and how Kunti plays a major role in this. Okay, now Kunti marries Pandu. Now what happens? Their marriage was very nice, everything was going well, and now Pandu was ruling the whole Hastinapur and basically almost all the whole earth by itself. So one day he decided to go to forest, okay, for hunting. So when he goes there for hunting, he sees two deer, okay, who are like together. Okay, and what happens? He didn't see the female deer, he just saw the male deer. Okay, now what happened was these were actually a sage and his wife. Okay, and they turned themselves into deers. Back in those days, they had transformation powers. Okay, when you want to transform into something, you can transform yourself. So what happens now? He did see the female, and he just saw the male deer, and he hit what? He hit an arrow on the male deer. Okay, now the male deer, before passing, he puts a curse on Pandu. Does anyone know what the curse is?
No, Mataji.
He
So
will
what
die.
the curse?
He will die.
Yeah, he will die anytime he tries to have any kind of physical contact with his wives, because he has two wives, right? Who are the two wives of Pandu? Actually, Kunti is first wife, right? Who was the second wife of Pandu?
Draupadi.
Kunti and Madri.
Madri.
Not Draupadi, Madri, correct. So Madri was the second wife. Okay. So if you try to like touch them, then you will die.
Pandavas.
So now what? Yeah, correct. Draupadi is the wife of the Pandavas. Okay, not their father. That's correct. So now what happens? Now he comes to the forest after knowing this curse. Okay, so he leaves his kingdom for temporary thing, and he comes to the forest, and he kind of starts living there with both his wives. But now what the problem is, he cannot have a son, right? Because of this curse, if he tries to touch his wife, then he can't he can't have sons. Now Kunti uses her power. What is her power? She has a bone, right? If she just thinks about the god, she can get a child from them. So now she uses its power, and then she tries to get a son from Indra, Vayu, and Dharmaraj. So first who she gets? Yudhishthir from Dharmaraj, and then she gets Bhima from
Bhima. Then Arjun.
Bhima from whom?
Bhima from Vayu.
Vayudev, and then Arjuna from Indradev. Correct. Now, Pancha Pandavas, right? Now, what about the two Pandavas? Where did they come from?
Ashwin.
Madri. From Madri.
Madri, correct. So now what happens here is, now Kunti has special power, but Madri doesn't have any kind of special power. Okay. So what happens is, in this time, after a Pandu has 3 sons with Kunti, there comes a day, okay, when Madri comes crying to Kunti, and she will be like, even after so much by mistake, like a mistake has happened, and me and Pandu have engaged. Okay. So in this thing, I think Pandu is going to die, because what was the curse for him? If you try to touch your wives, you will die. Okay.
Yes.
So now that this has happened, now she comes crying, and Kunti, she knows that it's not her fault, but still she kind of blames Madhuri. But what happens is, as the curse results, Pandu dies, right? Because he touched. Now what happens? She gets pregnant with whom? Madhuri gets pregnant with the last two Pandavas. What is the name?
Nakula Sahadeva.
Nakula Sahadev. Nakula Sahadev. Okay, she gets pregnant with Nakula Sahadev. She gives birth to Nakula Sahadev and hands them over to Kunti Maharani. She sacrifices herself in fire. She sacrifices herself in fire. Okay, and then she goes back to where Pandu is. Okay, so now what happens? Now Kunti is not just mother of 3 Pandavas, but Pancha Pandavas, 5. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
And there's this one. Anyone can read shloka?
Tatra tatra jagat guru bhavatu darshanam yatsya punarbhava darshanam. I know this one shloka.
Yeah, this is a very, very, very famous shloka from Kunti prayers. Okay, Maharani Kunti has this beautiful book called the prayers of Queen Kunti. I know what she wishes for. She has gone through so much, right? See now all the 5
So much
Pandavas.
calamities.
Exactly. Now she has to take care of 5 children. Okay. Now from forest she has to come back to the Raj Mahal, right? Over there she has to bring up the kids under the guidance of who? Dhritarashtra, who always considered Pandu as a
Enemy.
yeah, exactly. Because he took what was Dhritarashtra's, right? And even over here, every single time they always tried to kill the sons. Example, they wanted to lit fire, they made Bhima eat poison, they wanted to drown them. So, in spite of so much difficulties, okay, you know what Kunti did? She always surrendered to Krishna. She was like, I just want to pray to Krishna, and I know that he will take care of me. Okay. So, Kunti prayers are the most lovely prayers. You know how many prayers are there in Bhagavatam?
24.
Correct. So among all of the things, Kunti prayers are very sweet and nectarian. Okay, and very much related to parental love. Okay, there are 5 kinds of primary rasas. Does anyone know what are the 5 types of primary rasas? There are 12 rasas in total.
Vatsalya,
Correct.
Sakya, Madhurya, Dasya,
And
Shanta.
Shanta. So we'll do order wise. Okay, first is Shanta,
Shanta,
and then Dasya, and
Dasya,
then Sakya,
Sakya,
and then Madhurya.
Madhurya,
No, sorry, and then Vatsalya, and then
Vatsalya,
Madhurya.
Madhurya.
So the first one is like an
Shanta.
objective. Okay, Shanta, objective. Okay, it can be example the fan. You know the peacock that Krishna has on his head, the flute. All of these come under
Shanta.
first rasa. Okay. The second one is Dasya. We have Hanuman. We have Vibhishana. Okay. We have Uddhava. They all work under servitorship. Okay, which is serving Lord. Okay, Padasmaranam. Okay. The third one is Sakya, which is Arjuna,
Arjuna.
Sudama. They all come under this. The fourth one is Vatsalya. Vatsalya is parental. Okay, Devaki, Nanda Maharaj,
Yashoda,
Yashoda. Okay, and then Vasudev.
Kunti.
There are more. Yeah, Kunti, correct. Kunti Maharani. A lot of people come under this parental love of Krishna. Okay. Last one is Madhuri. What is Madhuri? Conjugal love, which the gopis have. Radha Rani has. Okay. Meera Bai has.
Gopis.
Okay, all of them.
Vrindavan
Gopis, yeah,
Gopis.
Vrindavan Gopis have. Okay, so these are 5 kinds of rasa. And Kunti comes under Vatsalya rasa.
Yeah.
So, even though she was going through so much of pain, okay, like her kids are bearing so much of trauma, and they were not even given leave like kingdom. Okay, they were not even given one piece of land. Okay, so she was going through so much. So what she did, she surrendered herself in Vatsalya Bhav to Lord Krishna. So in this Bhav, okay, she tells this prayer to Lord Krishna. What does she say? Vidaha Shantu. Anyone wants to recite the shloka again?
Vipada Santu
Vipada Shantu
Shashvat Chatra Chatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yasyat Punar Bhava Darshanam.
She says, I wish all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we should see you again and again.
For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated birth and death. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Shloka number 25.
Exactly. So what do we learn from the beautiful prayers and the life of Kunti Maharani? She's like, though so much bad has happened to her, she wishes for this to come again and again. She doesn't wish for this to stop. Okay, she was like, please give me this again and again. Because at this point, Krishna was departing from this world. Okay, he was going back to Goloka Vrindavan. And she was like, she doesn't want Krishna to go because she's afraid. She's like, till now, I had a hope that you are there. So even though I had faced so many difficulties, I was like, okay, Krishna, Krishna, you're there. But now you're not going to be there. And me and the Pandavas are going to be left alone. So she's like, please, repeat everything. I want to repeat everything again. Go through the same miseries, but I just want to keep thinking about you. Because just thinking about you frees me from death and birth. Right? So we are stuck in this cycle, right? Of
Birth and
anyone knows the shloka from Bhagavad Gita, which says about this, like where we're stuck in repeated birth and death. I know it's a complicated question. Yeah, the parents can also take part.
A Brahma Bhuvanar Loka Punaravartino Arjuna
Mamupayante Kaunte
Mamupayante
Vidyate Okay, this one is one, and second one is Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavanam jara taka dehantaram So what did these two shlokas say?
Mataji,
Yes, Vishnujit?
I also go to another online class, and in that I learned second chapter.
Oh, Hari Paul, Vishnujit,
I
very,
know
very good.
this also. Mataji, before even I was going to the same class.
Very good.
Bhagavad
So
Gita.
it's very good. We know some shlokas, okay? Because we always keep referring to Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, okay? There's always cross-reference. So what these shlokas says doesn't matter even if you go to highest planet or the lowest planet, okay? Every planet has Jara, what is it? Jara Vyadi. Janma
Jara
Mrityu
Vyadi.
Jara Vyadi. Okay? There's birth, there is death, there is disease, there's old age. So there is no way you can escape this loop. Only way you can escape this loop is by
Worshipping Lord Sri Krishna.
surrendering to Lord Sri Krishna. So what we learn from this great lesson of Kunti, she's one of the greatest devotees because even after experiencing so much, she lost her grandchildren in fire. Okay, her sons did not get the rightful, kingdom, and they had to, be a part of such a huge battle of Kurukshetra. Right, nothing right came to them. They went to Aranyavas, right? They went to exile for so many. Everything was so unjust to them. But still, okay, she was a widow. She was such a young widow. She lost her husband in such a young age. But in spite of all this, what does she say? Even in the end, she says, I want all of these calamities to happen again and again. Yeah, this is what she says in like Bhagavatam. This is what makes Kunti one of the greatest devotees. Okay, all clear?
Yes.
So, what were the stories we discussed today?
Kunti's marriage with Pandu.
Yeah. Before that,
The boon of Kunti.
correct. So we kind of started the story from the boon of Kunti. Okay, which was given by who?
Durvasa Muni.
Yeah. She was the daughter of
Kunti Boja. But
correct.
she was not a real daughter. She was an adopted daughter.
Adopted daughter. What was her actual father's name? Suraraj. Suraraj. Okay, if you can remember. Suraraj was the cousin of Kunti Boja. Okay. And what was her name before Kunti? What was her name?
Kunti.
Prita.
Trita.
Prita. P-R-I-T-H-A. Prita. Okay, so first her name was Priti and she was later named Kunti after the kings. Okay, the dynasty Kunti. Kunti Boja, hence Kunti. Okay. And then after that, after the boon, we discussed about her becoming the wife of Pandu. Pandu was the second in throne for Hastinapur, but he was the
Younger brother of Dhritarashtra.
But still he ascended the throne because of Dhritarashtra's disability, right? Yes. And then we saw the past life of who?
Karna.
Who was Sarva? Who had how many kavach? Sahasra
He had
kavach.
1000 kavach in his past life.
Yeah, so he's called Sahasra kavach. Okay.
Sahasra kavach.
Sahasra golden kavach. He didn't just have Sahasra kavach. Okay, they were golden. Okay, so that's why it's called Sahasra kavach. Okay, and then he was still born with the Sahasra kavach, but who took his last kavach? Indra took his last kavach. And what happened with the 999 kavach? Who broke those kavach?
Naranarayan.
Correct. Who are Naranarayan and Dwapara Yuga?
Arjuna and Narayan.
Arjuna and Krishna.
Krishna.
Okay. And then the last bit was we saw Kunti losing her husband Pandu. And what was the last bit of the story?
Last bit.
We saw how Kunti surrenders to Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what happens after Pandu dies? We see her, she has to handle all the 5 sons who are Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadev. Okay. And then we see her till the end. Even after Pandavas went into exile after the end, okay, she was still alive. Okay. So she had to go through all this. And we end this class with the prayers of Kunti. Okay. Next class, we will be looking at Rukmini Devi, specifically Rukmini Devi's Katha. Okay. She's one of the one of the greatest devotees among his wives. Okay, all of them are devotees, but Rukmini has a special place. Okay, we will discuss why next class. Okay, we're going to discuss 2 Rukmini stories, and then we're going to discuss. So that is the end of Dwapara Yuga Katha. Okay, of devotees, and then we're going to move into Treta Yuga devotees. Okay, so we might look into Vibhishana's Katha more, and then do you all know who was the devotee who Lord Rama released? Like she was a stone, but then he gave her mukti. Who was that? Ahalya. Correct. Correct. So we're going to look into more in depth of Ahalya's story. Okay. And one more devotee of Treta Yuga. Who do you want to listen to? Which story do you guys want to listen to? Any story you don't know.
Jagannath.
Jagannath.
Jagannath is not a devotee, no? But we will take a class on Jagannath, okay? We'll have a class on Jagannath, but we'll just finish this devotee series. Okay, next week we will be done with devotee series, and then we'll move on to Lord Jagannath, okay, Lord of the Universe. Okay, he's the Kali Yuga god.
Hanuman.
Mataji,
And
Mirabai
Hanuman
story also.
Correct. Yeah,
Hanuman story.
I will tell
Mirabai
Hanuman
story.
story. I will tell Hanuman story. Very interesting. I think all of you will know, but still I will tell some unknown stories of Hanuman. Okay. So any doubts or all clear?
Mataji,
Yes.
you also said that you will include Mirabai story also. Next.
Yeah, but I'm going to not do too much on it because it is not there in Bhagavatam. Okay. So I'm just going to do like an overview, just saying what kind of devotee she was. It's not a part of Bhagavatam, but she's also very exalted devotee. Okay. But still, I'm going to give a small mention about her. Okay.
Okay.
All good?
Mataji,
Yes. Hare Krishna. Who is it?
Vishwajit.
Wish.
from where do you get all these books
Hare
and
Krishna.
stories? So that we can revise.
Who is it? Excuse me, Sahasra. I'm sorry. Sahasra?
Yes, ma.
Yeah, can you repeat? I'm sorry, you're breaking.
From where do you get all these books so that we can revise?
It's from Srimad Bhagavatam.
Is it in online?
Srimad Bhagavatam, yeah, you can find it in Veda base. Okay, Rachana Desi. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Pranams Mataji.
Myself Vanshi's mother. Ma'am,
Yes,
much lecture was very nice, but I think like from I'm talking about my child, it was little heavy to digest, the all the avtaras and manvantas, even we find it very difficult. We are learning from so many years to remember. So
yeah,
I
Mataji.
request like you can have a revision or you can go a little
So
slow.
I thought I can do a quiz, yeah, for this. I'm going
Yeah.
to post a quiz link. So depending on the child's pace, okay, we can take it slowly because some children are really fast. And some people, like some children are like, even for me, as you said, it's very difficult to remember, all these. It quite took some time, yeah. So what we will do is I'll post a revision so that all the kids can memorize all the 6 types of avatars, if that is okay.
So they can go through, they can recollect, and they can retain. The important thing they should, well, little they can retain, but they should retain it. There was
Correct.
so
So
much.
what I will do is, yeah, for this part of the PPT, yeah, I can send it to you in the group. Yeah. So you can just ask the kids, I think because we are taking weekly class, yeah, they can try to memorize in a week's time or something. I think that should be okay, right? If it's possible. I will do that, Mataji. I will do that, and I'll also post a quiz of all the stories we've done so far, so that the kids are also not forgetting from the first, because this is the 6th class, right? We're having. So I'm doing a small quiz. I'll be posting, and all the children will get 1 week time to solve the quiz and share the screenshot. Okay, it's not competitive. It's just to test your knowledge. Okay, so don't take it as a competitive thing. How much ever you score, please don't hesitate to post. Okay. I
Mataji,
hope
even
that's-
if it's possible, I'm Sahasra's mother.
Yes,
Um,
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
if it's possible, like, can you just send the gist of the stories, like what all stories you have told, so that I can search it in the Google and make her read one, so that it will be even more better, right? They'll have a
Sure,
memory.
Mataji. Can you personally message me? I think in the group you can see me. My name is Aishwarya.
Yeah, sure. Sure,
Yeah,
definitely.
you just message me personally. I can just send you the specific stories, Mataji, because
Definitely.
yeah, I think this is the 6th class so far. We have discussed like
Yeah,
more than
exactly.
12 stories. So,
Yeah,
so yeah, Mataji. You,
sure,
you please send me a text, yeah? Message.
definitely.
Thank you so much. I hope there are no doubts. If there are any doubts, you can let me know. And as the Rachana Mataji has said, I will send you revision. Okay. So next class, all of you revise and come. Yeah. It is a very heavy topic. Okay. So it might be difficult. Even if not 1 week, you guys can take 2 weeks and learn it properly. Okay. But it is very important. This is one of the main topics of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. There's a whole canto on this Leela, all the avatars. Okay. We're going fast because we only have 10 classes, okay? So I'm trying to cover as many topics as we can in the given time, okay? The last class is going to be about Lord Krishna, but in the meanwhile, I want to cover these about devotees and everything. If there's any special story that you want to discuss or anything, also you can just let me know in a text message personally. I can explain that particular story for you, okay? Okay, I hope everything is okay. Can we end the class?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to tell ending prayers, okay? Vancha
Vancha
kalpatarudusya
kalpatarudusya
kripa
kripa
sindhubhyo
sindhubhyo
eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anantakoti Vaishnavyandaki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Srimad Bhagavatam Granth ki
Jai.
all glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam.